Welcome back to the trial tracker tutorial, where we're going to show you how we're going to scout our fields using FieldView and dropping pins throughout the growing season. When you get to your field health imagery, you can select the pin on the bottom right-hand corner, and from there you can drag and drop wherever you see an issue. So let's just drop one here in this red area. Now as we go out to that area of the field, we're going to identify whatever that issue is. Maybe it's a wet hole from a water spot or poor drainage. Maybe it's a disease issue or an insect issue. Once you get there, you can drop that pin and select water and title it, and we're just going to say poor drainage. Right there, then we can select the water level. Maybe it's adequate, maybe there's a drought there, maybe it's overwatered. Since it's red, we're going to assume that it's a drought. And from here, you can also add more notes, add a photo, change the date, and make it either a seasonal or a permanent pin. Once that's done, you can select save, and that pin will stay there for the rest of the growing season. If you want that pin to stay there for the entirety of the time, you would change seasonal to permanent on the field pin. Maybe you want to share that field pin to an advisor or to the grower or to somebody within your operation. Once you select that pin, there's a share button in the top right corner. If you hit that share button, you can then send it via text or email to the person of your choice. So now let's say we get into the mid-July season and we notice that there are some disease pressures that are starting to pop up. How do we communicate that to who we need to get that information to? Well, simply by dropping a pin, using the same process that we did to drop the water pin. Let's say we've identified there's some tar spot issues here in this northeast corner of the field. If we take that pin and we drop it right in the middle of that red spot, let's say there's disease. We title that tar spot. We can select the incidence level. Maybe it's low, maybe it's medium. Let's select medium. Severity, probably medium. And if we have a picture, we can attach a photo, or we can just add extra notes. And again, we hit save. Or if you want to send it directly to your advisor, you can send it directly through that share button. But let's say you're in the field, doing everything on the fly. We'll just hit save for now. So let's say you've had a long day of scouting out in the field, and it's time to send all those findings back to your advisors. From here, you can go and you can tap on a single pin and hit the share button and send that directly to your advisor, so that they know what and where and how to treat your issues in the field. So not only are these field pins useful while you're in season, but they're also helpful in determining what went wrong or maybe what went right throughout the season after the fact. Having these pins on your field throughout your growing season allows you to go back after harvest and see where the impacts were and what we could or could not have done differently to make this a better trial. Thanks for joining me on this trial tracker tutorial. Have a great growing season.